Hello there, Sagittarius. Thank you so much for stopping by for your tarot video forecast for the week of December 7th through the 13th. Let's just get started for you on Monday. What you have coming up is you have the Ace of Cups in reverse. This is telling me that on Monday you are going to be seeing somebody's true colors or somebody's really intimate self. And I feel like when you do, there's a couple of ways this is manifesting. For some of you, when you see this person's really intimate self, it's going to be a situation that makes them vulnerable for you to actually see this. I'm actually getting impressions of you being with somebody when they're feeling sick. So, if they're female, like no makeup, no business attire clothing, no going out clothing. And, so I'm not saying that that's going to happen with everybody, but it is a vulnerable situation like that where you see somebody in a way that they normally would not present themselves to you. Now, the other way that this is coming in, Ace of Cups reversed many times, is about seeing somebody's true colors. And many times when you see somebody's true colors, that changes your opinion of them. So the opinion can go down a few notches or it can go up a few notches. And I feel like for those of you who are seeing true colors, you're going to have a mixed bag. Some of you are going to see somebody's true colors and go, wow, I never knew that that person had so much depth. And others of you are going to go, wow, I never knew that that person could be such a fill in the blank, whatever you want to say there. So we've got a few ways that this is manifesting then. Some of you are going to have situations where your opinions go up. Some of you are going to have situations where your opinions go down of people when you see their true colors. And some of you are just flat going to have situations where you see somebody in a more vulnerable way than what they would normally present themselves to you. For many of you, that's going to be actually parents. Not all of you, but for many of you, that's going to be parents. You're going to see them really facing some stuff, and it's not something that they would normally let you in on. I feel like they want you to be able to live your life without worrying about them or without them being a burden. So it's going to be a really interesting Monday for a lot of you Sagittariuses. Now, on Tuesday, what we have coming up is we have the Knight of Clubs showing up. The Knight of Clubs tells me that you're taking some kind of action on Tuesday, and this is inspired action. This is action that has your creative juices flowing. This is something that you actually enjoy doing. This is something that you look forward to doing. So this is a really cool card to have come up on Tuesday. Now on Wednesday, what we show is that you Sagittariuses are going to be passing along some good ideas to other people in your lives. So good ideas. This can be anything from showing your little 2-year-old how to tie his shoe. Do they even learn that at 2? I'm not sure. But anyway, showing your little tyke how to tie his shoe, or passing along good ideas to other people that you work with, or maybe even teaching a class at work. This can be anything like that, but it's passing along good ideas to other people in your sphere of influence on Wednesday. Just a little note here too. I have had several people who have told me that my weekly readings do pan out pretty much for them, but sometimes the days are off by a couple of days. So you kind of want to be aware too that that could be happening. So whatever you see for, maybe a 3-day window, you want to kind of be aware, well, it could happen today. So just to know, because it is a general reading. Not everything's going to apply just perfectly to everybody or to every Sagittarius. 5 of Clubs showing up in reverse for you on Thursday. Man, I have the 5 of Clubs showing up for almost everybody. Not everybody, but almost. You guys are the 9th sign I've done today. And wow, I think I've seen this card at least 5 times so far. So 5 of Clubs in reverse is talking about that there are people around you on Thursday who are involved in some kind of creative activity, and you all should have the same target or the same goal, but you all have different ideas about how to get there, and all of you have really good ideas, but because nobody wants to use somebody else's idea, they all think theirs are the best, this project doesn't go anywhere. So advice for this card, whenever it comes up, I always tell people, if you can, get out of this situation as quickly and as gracefully as you possibly can, because otherwise you waste a lot of energy and get nothing productive back from it. Okay, so that's Thursday. Friday, Queen of Coins you're interacting with. And the Queen of Coins, when you interact with her, she's somebody who, well, for most of you, she's going to be female, but not all of you. But Queen of Coins is somebody who likes to make people around her feel comfortable. She likes to feel comfortable herself, but she's very generous in that she wants everybody to be just as comfortable as her. So I feel like you're going to be interacting with her on Friday, and she's going to be wanting to do something nice for you. She may be wanting to take you out to eat. Maybe she wants to give you a gift certificate so that you can get your car totally and completely detailed and you don't have to do it yourself. Who knows what she actually wants to do for you? Lots of ways for that to manifest, but somebody that is coming in that you're interacting with on Friday that just wants to help you be more comfortable in your life in one way or another. Now Saturday, what we have coming up is we have the Six of Swords, and this talks about transition. It can also talk about for travel. Some of you, I do feel like you will be traveling on Saturday, but this is more about making a change in your life. For me, it more shows up in that way than it does in travel. And this is about really changing the way you look at things and maybe letting something old float away or drift away. And so you're making progress in moving away from that old thing. At the same time, this is also talking about not knowing what the new routine is going to be or what the new normal is going to look like. So this is definitely transition. This is between letting the old thing go and finding that new thing that's going to fill its place. Okay, so that's the Six of Swords. And then on Sunday, what you have coming up is you have the Falling Tower, and I want to look at this a little bit because there's something that's jumping out at me that never has jumped out at me before. This is so weird. Okay, so basically the tower typically talks about, and it will have the typical meaning, but there's also an added detail here. So I'm going to talk about the typical meaning first. So typically the Falling Tower talks about something that made you feel safe and secure in your life that you thought would last indefinitely being suddenly and surprisingly jerked out of your life. Okay, so that's what I see going on for you. This is something that is disconcerting, unsettling, dismaying. It's not something that you go, oh, yay, whenever it happens. All right. Now, there is a silver lining to this card that I'm going to talk about before I talk about this other detail that's showing up here. The silver lining to this card is that when this happens, it's generally a wake-up call from the universe to say, you know what, you got real comfortable in that secure, safe place, but you haven't been growing there. You haven't been making any changes. You haven't been moving forward. You've been sitting there with your feet up on the couch, and that's not really why you came here to this world to manifest. So the universe will pull that safe thing away in order to motivate us to get out there and grow and look for other opportunities that would allow us to grow. So the good news is the universe is not going to pull that away unless there are opportunities for us to step into, and those opportunities are actually going to be better than what got pulled away. It's just a matter of recovering, catching your breath, get back on your feet, and then look for those new opportunities. So there is a silver lining to this card, even though whenever it first shows up, it can be something that has you very unsettled. Now, the extra little detail that's showing up here for me is that this piece of security is pulled away because of the actions of one person. So it's kind of like what I'm hearing is the old saying, one bad apple spoils the bunch. There's something that goes on with this situation where one person kind of comes in and sort of just ruins the whole situation so that it's just no good anymore. So that's what I see coming up for you on Sunday. Like I said, there is a silver lining to this card. Once you get back on your feet and you start looking for other opportunities, you find out that there are better opportunities around than what this one was. It's just a matter of catching your breath and getting back on your feet first. Okay, so Sagittarius, that is your week. Thank you so much for stopping by, for hanging out with me, for all your likes, your shares, your subscribes, and your comments. Everyone have a fantastic week. Don't forget about silver linings, and I will see you back here the next time. Peace out.